topic of this video is building quadratic models from verbal descriptions, economic models. We now finish the previous problem. Okay, in the previous problem we did parts A, B, and C. We are now going to do parts D and E. In an earlier part we learned that r of x is equal to negative 1/3 x squared plus 40x, which will be useful as we now answer part D and E. Part D, what quantity x maximizes revenue? What is the maximum revenue? All right, well, once again, we find ourselves facing a word like maximize or maximum. So if we can verify this is quadratic, then the vertex will help us with our answer. Let's write our equation. We know that revenue, r of x, is equal to negative 1/3 x squared plus 40x. Is this quadratic? The answer is yes. It fits the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is equal to negative 1/3, b is equal to 40, and c is equal to 0. So our vertex formula can be used to answer this question. The vertex x is equal to opposite b over 2a, which for this problem is negative 40 over 2 times negative 1/3. All right, so let's do a little bit of fractions math here. So we've got negative 40 divided by 2 can be written as 2 over 1, and then we've got 2 over 1 and 1 over negative 3. Multiplying these two fractions together, we're going to have negative 40 divided by negative 2/3. A negative divided by a negative is a positive, and we're going to keep change flip. So this is going to be 40 divided by 2/3, which is equal to 40 times 3/2. 40 can be written as 40 over 1. Now, 40 divided by 2 is 20. So I can replace this with 20 over 1. And now I've got 20 over 1, which is just 20, times 3 over 1, which is just 3. 20 times 3 is 60. So my vertex x is 60. So that answers the first question. What quantity x maximizes revenue? X equals 60. To find the revenue itself, we plug into our equation. So let's go back to here. We're going to plug x equals 60 into our equation. So we get r of 60 equals negative 1/3 times 60 squared plus 40 times 60. The work we're about to do is very similar to the work done in an earlier part of this problem. First, we want to do 60 squared. Well, 6 times 6 is 36, and then I have this extra 0 twice, so that makes it 3600. 40 times 60. 4 times 6 is 24, plus a 0 here and here makes 2400. Multiplying by 1/3 is the same as dividing by 3. 3600 divided by 3 would be 1200, make it negative. So negative 1200 plus 2400, which equals 1200. 1200 what? This is revenue, so it's $1,200. So we have x equals 60 units sold. R equals $1,200. And with those two pieces of information, we should be able to now answer part E of this question. What price should be charged to maximize revenue? Well, we know that there is an equation that links all of these variables together. R equals x times p. And we know 2 of the 3 of those, so we can find the third. Let's plug in. 1200 equals 60 times p. Divide both sides by 60. We get 20 equals p. So the price should be $20. And with that, we are done with this problem.